Hello everyone and welcome to not XCOM 2 War of the Chosen or yet another special. Because, well, today it's a little bit different, a bit of foreshadowing if you will. Because today we're going to be in PC Building Simulator. Why would I say foreshadowing? Well, give it, let's say, about 2 to 3 weeks and well, let's just say I'll be doing this, but not as a simulator, I'll be doing it IRL. So all of you, I hope that you stay tuned for that upcoming video. Anyway, so PC Building Simulator, what is it? Well, it's sort of in the title. You there? Yes, you there. You're running a company that goes ahead and helps repairs PCs. From scanning to upgrading to, well, full-out builds. I don't think we'll be able to get into a build in this video. Well, hopefully we can do a couple of things with cools. Also, did I really just say that? Apparently I did. Anyway, on with the main event. So, PC Building Simulator. This time, you jump in, well, you've got a job to go ahead and, well, help get rid of a load of viruses on this customer's PC. And to be fair, some of the stuff that you do in PC Building Simulator is a bit of a push from how it works in real life, but it's not too far from it. Also, I am so turning the audio down on this after post, because geez, that was loud. But yes. So, first thing that we're going to do with this customer, we're going to go ahead and put in a virus scanner, reboot the system, because in fairness, a lot of programs, especially in real life, you do have to reboot a system to, you know, actually use, especially stuff like drivers. And okay, that's on. Go ahead and run the virus scanner. Now that's a lot of damage. Alright, going to go ahead and clean those files. Put this PC up in the delivery area, and hopefully we can go ahead and get our money's worth. So yeah, it's PC build guide. Well, hopefully, let's see when I got it. Hopefully, just after Christmas, that video should be up for you all. So hopefully you can all go ahead and enjoy that. Also, do be warned, there will be a Christmas special. I haven't quite decided what it'll be yet, but there will be one. Don't worry. As well as probably a New Year special. Anyway, have a look at what we got. So, Timbo. Yeah, that's a bit of a bad joke. Okay, so, also a bit of a story in this is the fact that we're helping out our Uncle Tim. Yeah, with his little PC repair shop and things. It's just, it makes me laugh though, because for those of you that are into the PC world, then you probably know what Tim is. Thermal interface material, also known as thermal paste. Yeah, which doesn't sound too funny up until the point you realise that, he keeps on saying that he forgets it all the time. That's a really bad joke on behalf of, the producers and that lot, but at least they're trying. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on our PC, check our emails, see if anybody's got a job for us, and well, hopefully we can get some things done. Okay, so I need to replace that graphics card. I think I might be able to even get a couple of the parts for these already. So G Waters, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, somebody saying their virus scan was great, good for them. Okay. Right, what do you want? Remove viruses and dust. Okay. Now mine looks like I forgot to buy everything, which means I'll have to go ahead and get it tomorrow, but let's go through the simple ones. So this one needs a virus clean and... Jesus! Okay, I know it said remove dust, but I wasn't quite expecting it to look like somebody had literally just put it in a pile of dust and pulled it out of there without even shaking it off. Jeez! Also, people, if you have a PC, you should be ashamed of yourself if it gets that dirty. Like, jeez, that is bad. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and blow out all this dust, go ahead and clean this up real nice, and then go ahead and run a virus scan. Really do need to get a proper air compressor, or at least something to go ahead and blow out dust properly in my own build. Saves a lot of time. Okay. Alright, go ahead and install the USB drive. Yeah, plug everything in first, can't just turn it on whilst it's not plugged in. That cable to there, that cable to there, and this cable into there. There we go, power on. Alright, and we are in. Let's go ahead and install the virus scanner, reboot this. Yeah, troubling over my words. Install the virus scanner, reboot the system, and well, get on with that. Yes, we do want to reboot it now. Bit of a pain, because later on in the game you actually, well, then have got the ability to actually build extra workbenches and stuff, which means instead of having to do everything one at a time, you can have one PC running a program that you need it to do, say like 3D Mark, which is a benchmarking program. It's also a really useful program in real life for stress testing, and also, benchmarking to go ahead and tell you how good your rig is. Which takes quite a while in this, so you can have PCs that are doing that on one bench, PCs that you need to go ahead and take apart and actually do work on another, and even where it needs to run a program that isn't 3D Mark or even just another 3D Mark one, you can run on yet another bench. Doing stuff at the same time to save time. Okay, well, that's all done. He's nice and cleaned up, and I forgot to put something on mute, so hopefully that didn't make it into the recording. But yeah, so things are looking up. That's one dude. Just going to put something on mute because I'm an idiot and forgot to do that. Okay. Go ahead and get this dude's parts now that I've gone to put everything on mute like I should have done before I started recording. Okay, so we've got our parts ordered. We'll go ahead and probably set that to next day delivery, because there's no point paying $100 for delivery when next day is just 30, plus none of them are on a timescale, so we can just get them done. Alrighty then, so turn the lights on, power PC on. Also, if you do get this game, do yourself a favour, always turn everything off before you leave for the day. Because you do have utility bills that you have to pay. You do have utility bills that you have to pay, believe it or not. I can actually, speak. And as a result, if you do end up leaving your lights on all the time, let's just put it this way, your utility bills skyrocket through the roof to unbelievable levels. I found out the hard way in my first month. Didn't do it again. You can probably imagine why. Okay, so we've got this dude's new graphics card plugged in. Go ahead and reboot the system, make sure it's all working nice and fine. Okay, it can boot to the operating system. We'll go ahead and put the side panel back on, turn it off, and put it in the delivery area for, well, then to come back and pick it up. Pretty basic case, but hey, if it's a good case, so be it. Okay, so on our next one we've got, let's see, install extra hard drive space. Well, that's not too hard, so we'll get the storage. Okay, so we need to pull the drive bay out, put it into its drive bay, which I don't quite like this mechanic, because certain things it is an absolute pain with in this game, like the motherboards when you need to replace them, you have to take out all the screws and then all the standoffs, although in real life you generally wouldn't do that because you don't need to replace the standoffs to your motherboard. Especially if you're replacing one with another, you've already got them installed, why would you take them out? But then something like the hard drive, so you just go ahead and slot it in. In real life, you're supposed to, most of the time, screw them down. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of designs that are toolless, but even ones where I know they're not toolless, because I've dealt with those PC cases in the past, it still acts like it's a toolless design, so it's like, what the hell? Anyway, okay, PC can boot to OS, replace the air cooler, and clean out the dust. Okay, again, for the love of God, don't ever let your stuff get this dusty, people. It's bad for your PC's health, and will end up you actually having to take it to a place because you broke something. At the very least, every month, every other month, something like that, make sure that you at least open up your PC, dust it out, and then leave it. Don't need to take anything out, just do a quick dusting, don't use a vacuum, whatever you do. Just wipe it down, go ahead and wipe off a lot of the dust on the inside, be careful, make sure it's not turned on when you do. and you should be fine. Okay, so we'll go ahead and order this one's new air cooler. The basic one. That makes me laugh. I think it's more Tony something or other. And for those of you that don't know, it's actually literally just an Intel stock cooler, which makes it even funny when you start putting on AMD sockets. Like, yes, of course. Okay, so this dude wants some RAM. Okay, so I'll probably just get a whole set of RAM for her. Somebody else, how quickly, and another upgrade. Okay, so we can probably order a few things right now. It's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get the RAM that the person said they've already got in their PC. You know, save money rather than have to buy literally a whole brand new set of RAM. After all, if they already got it, there's no point in going ahead and getting for a completely different brand, because that way it's not going to be compatible. Like, generally speaking, you're not ever supposed to mix RAM. There's a few tiers of you're not supposed to mix RAM. If you've got, just RAM that is at the stock DDR3, DDR4 speeds, well, you generally better not start mixing it with other RAM. Even if it's bog standard, you generally shouldn't. That being said, the next tier up is you've got fairly fancy RAM. Okay, if it's a 2-stick set, so it's, you've got 16 gigabytes of RAM in two 8-gig sticks, it doesn't necessarily mean it will go ahead and be compatible with the same set from the same company. And will more than likely definitely not be compatible if it's a different company with a different set. Especially if it's a different memory amount, it always needs to generally be the same. And of course, if you've got a full set of 4, so you've gone ahead and bought a, say, 32 gigabyte set, so you've got 4 DIMMs with 8 gigabytes on each, do not mix them with others. It is more than likely it won't work. The XMP settings and that lot will just suddenly break on them. So don't do that, just find the set and be done with it. Although sometimes it can work, across all those tiers, it's not recommended because memory compatibility is always a thing that you'll run into a lot of issues with, especially if you're doing your own upgrades. Luckily, I've never had to deal with that issue, but it's still something to be rather wary of. Okay, let's go ahead and open up all this RAM. Also, if you are installing your RAM, don't install it in the first slot. You see what I'm doing here? You see that I'm putting it into slots 2 and 4. Generally, on most motherboards, when you're installing RAM, you want to put it in slots 2 and 4 because those are the primary slots. If you've got 1 stick of RAM, you put it into slot 2. If you've got 2, you put it into 2 and 4. And generally speaking, whilst you can run on 3, you're better off just getting 4 of the same. Because if you run it on 3, then you suddenly stop working in dual channel and go back to single channel. What that means is instead of your CPU being able to access 2 different sets of memory at the same time, it can only access 1 at a time, so it has to do everything essentially in order. And say that you don't have a graphics card, let's just say you're running on like a Ryzen APU, so using the graphics on that. If you only use the graphics on that and you're only running single channel because you've either got 3 sticks of RAM or just the 1 stick of RAM, generally speaking your performance will be probably half of what it can be. So there's a fun tip here. Always make sure that you try and stick to dual channel if possible. So always try and have 2 or 4 sticks of RAM. And make sure you have enough memory for what you need. Generally speaking, 8 gigabytes of RAM, that'll be more than enough. 16 gigabytes if you're running a particularly high-end system. And any more than that, you only really need if you're doing production workloads. Like, stuff like video editing and that lot. That's the only real time where having more than 16 gigabytes is justifiable. Anyway, looks like we're heading towards the end of the video, so I will shut up. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, but the foresight into what's to come. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Any questions or thoughts, leave them in a comment. Check out my Facebook and Twitch page, and well, hope you have a good day, folks. It's the 117th Con, signing off. Until next time. That's with Anya.